Hello, friends. This is Mari Smith here.
No, I'm Steve Rayson from BuzzSumo, and welcome everyone to the webinar. Incredibly pleased that we've got two great speakers for you today. So we've got Susan Moller, who's going to take you through some of the data about what's worked on Facebook this year, and then we have Mari Smith, as you've heard already, and Mari is really the sort of global expert around Facebook, and I can't believe it's December already, so we will all be planning what we're doing next year for our 2017 plans, and Mari's going to help you prep for that, so it's going to be an exciting webinar. Without sort of further ado, I will pass over to Susan, who will kick off the first part of the webinar.
I am so excited to hear what Mari has to say about Facebook strategy in 2017. I know I learn something from her every time I hear her speak. Now, to set the stage for her insights, I'm going to take a minute and fill you in on what we at BuzzSumo have found about the most successful posts on Facebook this year in 2016. Basically, we did an analysis of 800 million posts from 2016, and we discovered that there are some common factors in the most engaging posts. So here's what we found about what worked in 2016. On average, the most engaging posts were posted on Sunday. Often they were posted in the middle of the night, or you can think of it as they were posted when there were less posts overall on Facebook. So they were posted during off times when there was less competition in the actual newsfeed. The most engaging posts were short, but they linked to longer articles of more than 1,000 words. And the most engaging types of posts in 2016 were images, videos, and questions. Another thing that we noticed, and this is a change from earlier research, was that in 2016, images posted directly to Facebook got more interactions than images posted to Facebook via Instagram. Now, I'm going to go over each of these a bit more during the next couple of minutes, but there are just a couple things to keep in mind. These are averages based on all of the public posts that we've indexed. So this is an average of interaction based on 800 million Facebook posts from 2016. They may or may not apply exactly to your own audience. So it's a good idea to take our research and use it as a starting point. You're going to want to test what works best for your individual audience. Also, when we measured engagement, we looked at a combination of shares, comments, and likes. So for the most part today, I'm going to be talking about engagement as a combination of those three things. When writing blog posts that you plan to share a link to on Facebook, or when you're curating content, remember this. People share links to longer form content more than they do to short form content. So if you have to choose between sharing a link to a short form post or sharing a link to a long form post, you're going to want to go for the long form post, at least if 2016 is any guide. Also, if you are writing something new, it's probably worthwhile to write at least 1,000 words. If you aren't sure, you can use BuzzSumo to see which articles on your page or in your industry get shared the most, and then use our tool to determine the length of those very popular articles. Now, when I say write long blog posts, I don't necessarily mean just keep on adding words, although that is a part of it. What I mean is you should focus on creating well-structured posts that are visually appealing, well-edited, and probably most importantly, skimmable. That makes sense, right? No one wants to read or share a page that is just paragraph after paragraph of text. So here are some tips for how to keep it interesting. This post, How to Go Viral, Lessons from the Most Shared Content of 2015, is more than 3,000 words long. So definitely a long form post. And it's the most shared of all the posts published at BuzzSumo this year. Here are a couple of things that I think make it very shareable. It's a great topic for sure, but it also has headers throughout the post. go back. It also has headers throughout the post, a variety of different images. There are charts, there are graphs, there are photographs, and early in the article, it offers readers an opportunity to jump straight to the conclusion section at the bottom. I think that's a particularly winsome way to open a really long post. I think it gives your audience confidence that you're someone who's aware of their time and you're not going to unduly take advantage of it. This post also has a very engaging headline and it's skimmable. What I mean is you can get value just from reading the bold headlines. So when you're thinking about long form posts, keep the reader in mind. Don't just dump a bunch of words on them. You want to structure a post so that it's easy for your reader to follow and so that even a person who only has time for the main points will have something valuable to take away. Another thing that we've discovered is that the number of interactions, at least during 2016, goes down when the overall posting volume goes up. Now, our theory is that this high volume of posts makes it less and less likely that your audience will actually engage with any individual post. You can imagine that your audience members are being overwhelmed by too many brand posts in their feed. And at that point, they just get really frazzled and they don't engage. We all know that feeling, just too much stuff. So you can see here that the highest volume of posts on Facebook is between 2 and 4 p.m. UTC. Now that's the same as 9 to 11 a.m. East Coast time. These are the times when there are the most posts pouring into the newsfeed and they're all screaming for attention, but they aren't actually getting it. The average interactions per post were at their lowest between 2 and 4 p.m. UTC. It seems that the volume of posts, the high volume of posts at that time, really works against engagement. So to have the best shot at interactions, you want to post when there is a lower overall volume of posts pouring into the newsfeed. And of course, this is in the middle of the night for some of you in Europe, and definitely after work hours for the East Coast of the US. So you can schedule posts to be published during these optimal times within Facebook, or you can use some type of scheduling tool. That way you don't have to set an alarm to wake up and do your posting. Now, the same principle that lower post volume overall on Facebook equals higher post engagement is also true with days of the week. The highest volume for Facebook posts is during the work week. That makes sense. That's when most people are publishing from their public or company pages. But the work week is also when the overall or the average interactions per post are the lowest. Posts published on the weekends got more interactions in 2016. Again, the theory is that there is less competition from other brands on the weekend. So the Sumo strategy is schedule your posts for the weekends. It might seem counterintuitive, but if 2016 is any guide, you are much more likely to get engagement if you post your post to come online over the weekends. Another thing to consider is the length of the post itself. We found that during 2016, Facebook posts overall were very short. You can see the number of posts here by character range. There are far more really short posts, that's less than 50 characters, than any other length. It's interesting to me because Twitter gets a lot of attention as the network where low character count matters, but on Facebook, posts of less than 50 characters get more interactions. You can see that in general, during 2016, the longer the post, the lower the interactions. So when you're posting to Facebook, keep brevity in mind. If you aren't sure how many characters your posts are, you can analyze them for free online. I will often use lettercount.com. Now, that analyzing the length of your post is especially important until you get a feel for what a certain character length looks like. And it also might be important to do until you really understand what length of post your audience prefers. You can test out the various post links and see which they interact with the most. So here are some examples of really short posts from the Cristiano Ronaldo page. His page is one of the most interacted with pages on Facebook. And I did go ahead and include a couple of different kinds of posts here because you could argue, yeah, anyone could get a lot of interactions if they had a big trophy like this. But we also have a birthday and a mood shot here. Now let's talk a second about posting photos. Most people post pictures directly to Facebook, but others post their images to Facebook via Instagram. What I mean, if you aren't familiar with the process, is that you can link an Instagram account to a Facebook page. Then, after posting to Instagram, the image will also appear on Facebook. Now, this year in 2016, interactions with pictures posted directly to Facebook were higher than those posted via Instagram. Now, this is different than what we found late last year with our research into 5 billion Facebook posts. With that sample, images posted via Instagram got more interactions than those posted natively to Facebook. So, definitely, this is a time where you're going to want to test what works best for your audience. It might not make a difference, but if you find that you do get more interactions when you post directly to Facebook, it's worth it to take the time to post there directly rather than letting the interface between two accounts handle the posting. Now, let's take a second to talk about the types of posts that perform well on Facebook. At BuzzSumo, we divide Facebook posts into 6 different categories. Links, that's a post with a link to an article published at a blog or somewhere else on the web. Images, questions, videos, giveaways, those include contests and sweepstakes, and coupons or discounts. Of those types, links and images dominate Facebook. Our research found that there were almost 400 million link posts. That's a link post for every person in the US and the UK combined, shared on Facebook last year. The number of posts, and for images, it was nearly 350 million image posts. The number of posts in every other category trailed substantially behind. Videos were the next highest, but they had less than 100 million posts. So definitely people are posting lots of links, but the interaction level for links shared on Facebook is very low. 171 average interactions. Remember, that's the average number of shares, likes, and comments together. Questions, on the other hand, get the highest level of interactions, 561 on average. I think this just illustrates to me again, it's so important to keep in mind that social networks are just that. They are social. So asking a question is a great way to socialize with your audience. Now, I would also add that this type of question and answer interaction probably works best when you are an active part of discussions on your page, responding, thanking people for their input. I think Mari's page is actually a great example of this type of community engagement. If you need an example, check out at Mari Smith on Facebook, and you'll see a really nice example of using questions to engage a community that is interested in a topic. Now, you'll also see from this chart that images and videos get high levels of interaction. So let's break that down just a little bit. We're going to take a look at likes alone, and you can see that questions and images got more likes on average than the other types of posts. Here, we've taken away the shares and the comments. So for likes, questions, images, and then videos are the best way to gather likes, at least in 2016. Now, because we've talked about questions a lot, I thought that I would show you some examples. Questions get the most likes and the most interactions overall. Here are some examples of B2C question posts that got a lot of likes. Now, with the exception of this one from Justin Bieber, should I or shouldn't I? You're going to want to note the use of images. The combination of images and questions is especially powerful. And here are some for the B2B folks out there. These are examples of engaging questions on B2B Facebook pages. And again, notice the images that are being used with the questions. They are conversation starters or they evoke emotion, like this one from Animoto. I've been trying to put a finger on what emotion exactly that evokes. Sometimes I look at it and I want to go there. Sometimes I look at it and I don't. But definitely I have some sort of response when I see a picture like that. Now, if you want to talk about comments, giveaways got more comments on average than any other type of post, and that was followed fairly closely by questions and videos. My guess is that giveaways often ask for a comment as a way to enter the contest. So just an FYI, if you're using Facebook for a giveaway of some kind, like a contest or a sweepstakes, Facebook does have rules for these things. You can find them in the Facebook page guidelines. One of the rules states specifically that you can't ask for people to share on their timeline or tag a friend to enter your contest. But I didn't see any prohibition on asking for a comment. Let's take a minute and talk about images. They are absolutely crucial. Let's just agree to not ever post without some sort of visual element. BuzzFeed Tasty is one of the most successful Facebook pages. Now, as I'm sure you know, if you're on Facebook ever, their content is primarily videos. But notice how the images draw your attention. These are very stylized photos. You can definitely tell that a lot of time and attention was spent getting these images just right. Here's another example of images being used by a successful page. Vin Diesel has some of the most interacted with posts this year on Facebook, and his images are different. They look more casual, they're less stylized, but they're still a big part of the content. So I'll say it again, just don't post without an image of some kind. And if you are really stuck for visual content, maybe you're saying, I know I need images, but I'm not BuzzFeed. I don't have a beach-ready body or a private jet. I can help you. I really like the Canva tool for working with images. You can upload your own pictures, or you can easily buy single-use licenses for $1 each and use their selection of photos. Canva also easily handles the sizing of the photo, so you can get just the right size and look for the Facebook newsfeed. They have various fonts and outlines and backgrounds that you can use to add a lot of interest to a photo as well. So check out Canva if you're stuck for images. Now, let's talk for a minute about shares. Here, we've removed likes and comments, and we're looking just at shares. Shares have tremendous value because they literally take your post and spread it to audiences you weren't connected with before. If you think about content marketing overall as having three asset types, owned, paid, and earned, you can apply those terms to Facebook posts as well. The post itself is analogous to owned media. It's yours. It can exist on Facebook for free. Paid media is the exposure you get when you pay to boost the post. But shares, I would argue, are the earned media of Facebook. When someone shares your post, they are amplifying that post at no cost to you. And videos were the best way to get shares during 2016. Videos were the best way to get shares during 2016. I don't see that changing going forward either. Now, that golden video effect can spill over to other posts as well. I've noticed that overall page views for posts goes up when I've recently posted a video to our newsfeed. Now, I'm sure that Mari will talk shortly about how video can impact your Facebook page. Remember, though, in 2016, videos got more shares than any other type of post. Here are some examples of high-performing parenting videos and, of course, a cat video. This one got more than 2 million shares. So to recap, here's what worked in 2016. What worked in 2016? Posting on Sundays, posting in the middle of the night, or basically posting when there was less competition in the newsfeed. Short posts worked well in 2016. Posts that linked to longer articles worked better. Questions, images, and videos got more average interactions than any other type of post. And posting photos directly to Facebook, not via Instagram, got more interactions in 2016. Now, Mari is going to talk about how to take these insights and plan
Outstanding. Thank you so
your
much,
best
Susan. That was
year yet
amazing.
on Facebook.
Okay, here we go. So I love my wee sparkles here. Are you ready, folks? Everything that Susan shared, I'm going to build upon that and share some wonderful examples, some practical takeaways, and some tools that you can use to create more visual content, such as Susan was talking about. As many of you, most people know, we were connected online in some way, shape, or form. I've been a passionate evangelist for Facebook marketing for businesses since 2007. Oh my gosh, it will be soon my 10-year anniversary. Very, very blessed to travel the world and the country and meet thousands upon thousands, tens of thousands of small business owners, as well as major brands I work with, training and teaching the power of Facebook marketing. And so let's talk about organic reach. Now, I put this slide in here because many folks, I meet so many people across the country and the world in a variety of different businesses and industries who are still, and still, I just say still because, you know, it's just not your fault. It really isn't. You know, Facebook has changed so dramatically, but still, the point I want to make is that they're still wondering why people are not seeing their content. So when you post on your page, organic simply means free. It shows up in the newsfeed and people will see and interact with your content. About, 95% was the last stat that I saw of people who like your page will not come back to your page. They like your page and then they only ever see and interact with your content in their news feed. So it's really important to make sure that we understand how to get that content into the news feed. You've heard the phrase pay to play a million times, I'm sure, and it's you know, started in 2012, so here we are, 4 years, almost 5 years of this pay-to-play machine, if you will, called Facebook. I kind of even want to change up that phrase to say that, you know, savvy marketers understand that they must set aside a budget to amplify the reach of Facebook content. It is possible to get some organic reach, definitely. I'm going to show you some examples and some of my ninja tricks, as I call them, so that you can continue to get some organic, but you want to build upon that with some budget, and there's, you know, there's a vast array of choices. I'm going to narrow that down and make it simpler for you so you don't get too overwhelmed, because I know sometimes it can be like drinking from a fire hose when you're learning about Facebook and you're listening to me. By the way, I'm Scottish, Canadian, and Californian, if you haven't heard my accent before. Number one thing I want to say, and let me just see, my little cursor seemed to disappear, but great, we're doing good. Okay, great. Just make sure that I was seeing things right over there. I really want to lay the foundation before I even dive into the content component. I really want everybody here, I say this to audiences all over the country and the world, like I say, that I want you to think about everybody here, no matter what business you're in, whether you run your own business, you work for a company, you're in the social media department, you do social media for other people, everybody is in the business of education. First and foremost, your goal, your objective is to educate people on your industry, your niche, your passion, your interest, your business, what it is that you do, but as a result of that education and letting people know more about what you do, and not what you do, but it's moreover providing valuable content is the best way to say it. Providing valuable content, and I even write the word here, edutain. You guys familiar with edutain? Combination of education and entertainment. Education and entertainment is edutain, edutainment. Now, not everybody can do their posts in an entertaining way, but we want to evoke emotion. Susan mentioned that earlier, and there's a reason that Facebook brought out all these little reactions, right? Previously, we could only do like. Everything was like. Well, maybe there's some things that make you sad. Maybe things make you angry, controversial things. Fortunately, I'm pleased to say that the number one reaction button since Facebook brought these little guys out is love. People press the love more than any other button. But really, I'll give you examples of exactly what I mean. You're thinking about how can I create valuable content that my audience wants to share. When you come from that foundational grounding, then you won't be sharing posts that are saying buy myself, buy myself, buy my stuff, which some people tend to do, and it gets rather, you know what I mean? It gets too repetitive. Like if they look at your post at their newsfeed, are they feeling compelled to share? That is my number one content tip. Absolutely, hands down, number one. You want to create what Facebook themselves calls thumb stopping, because over 90% of Facebook users access the platform predominantly through mobile. They are on their phones, scroll with that thumb motion, and you want your content to go, whoa, I have to share this now. I put this little screenshot in here because I like that little thumb with a F logo. It's not necessarily thumb stopping content, but just a visual to illustrate what I'm talking about. Your content needs to be thumb stopping, stand out. People go, oh my gosh, I have to share this. How fun, how entertaining, how valuable, how educational. And here is Mark and Priscilla and baby Max, although I think she just turned 1, didn't she? I think she just had her first birthday. How exciting is that? It's only a whole year's gone by. Share. Susan mentioned share. She also mentioned that in the studies that BuzzSumo have done, videos are by far the ones that get the most share. And I honestly, folks, I believe that shares are like the holy grail on Facebook. Share is to Facebook as retweet is to Twitter. Share is like free organic marketing for you. Share is like having a whole bunch of little affiliates, like an army of affiliates, an army of ambassadors who are sharing your content all across Facebook. So the more shares you get, the more reach you can get. Here's a wonderful stat from our friends at Cisco. 79% of all global consumer internet traffic will come from video by 2018, which is very not far away. So in 2017, that is your number one takeaway. You're going to want to focus on creating and publishing more video posts. I have some tools for you, though. That doesn't mean that if you're not comfortable on camera, you can create wonderful slideshows. You can take images you already have. You can take stock images. You can add animated effects to photos to create videos. There's some wonderful creative ways to make video posts. Don't think that you have to have a big, full-on, fancy, expensive studio and invest in high-end equipment and have all the latest, greatest, and make sure your camera ready. Great, you could do that, but there's wonderful ways you can create videos easier too. Really thinking about how can you capture attention and engage using video, it gets the best reach, the best engagement. You want to do native. Now, you understand what I mean by that? It means you take the video and you upload it through mobile or desktop, or you use Facebook Live. Facebook Live is definitely native. Native means it's on Facebook's platform. Non-native means posting a YouTube video or posting a Vimeo video. You will not get anywhere near the reach if you are sharing a YouTube link, a YouTube video. Facebook Live, and then I'm going to show you a couple of slides I've got how to really amplify that reach using wonderful, wonderful tools that Facebook now has with video ads. This little screenshot I've got over here, this is the mobile screenshot of my own video playlist on my page. Now, a couple things that I want to just kind of highlight on the screenshot over here. First off, I encourage you to put your videos into playlists. I predict that at some point, Facebook is going to give permalinks, so unique URLs to playlists, just like YouTube, right? You can send people to a YouTube playlist that has its own unique URL. Facebook doesn't have that yet, but it's just a wonderful way to organize your videos. Second of all, I'm going to kind of give you a sneak preview of some upcoming slides. See all these views here. You add up all these tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. Over time, you could literally have hundreds of thousands of views. And Facebook has this magic little tool inside of your ads manager where you can create an audience of people who have viewed a certain amount of your video, starting with 3 seconds, which is all of these views are 3 seconds, and you can go to 10 seconds, you can go 25% of the video, half the video, even 90% of the video. And so then what you do is you're building a relationship. If you're placing ads on Facebook and you're doing a link ad and you're driving people to a landing page on your site and you're expecting to immediately get sales, unfortunately, you're just going to end up quite frustrated unless you have like a crazy good offer and an amazing landing page and you've really done your targeting right. Mostly what's going to happen is you want to build that relationship over time and actually be able to build a relationship, as I say, have people consume. As we say, consume means view, like start to view your video, they see you in the news feed, oh, they see another video, and then you maybe after that you've taken them over to a landing page, and then after that maybe you're making a special offer. Okay, you're building that relationship. Social video generates 1,200% more shares than text and image combined. That's a stat from Brightcove, and it really amplifies and underscores what Susan was talking about as well with the BuzzSumo stats. Videos are getting much more shares than any other type of content. Now then, my video, let me just see if I got it right over here. I'm going to hop over. I'm going to give you a sneak preview of that one. This video, this is my page here, and I don't want to have pinned to the top. This one right here, I posted this last night. I'm going to zoom in just a wee bit on there. Do you have the new dedicated video newsfeed on mobile? Yeah, I whipped up this video on ScreenFlow last night because it's brand new. Now, some people have had it for a little while. My partner Christopher's had it for about a couple of months. No fair when he gets features before I do. But yeah, it's that little video icon down the bottom right here. Back to my slides. You'll see it when it shows up on your news feed. Actually, I think Android, your icons are maybe in a different place, but iPhone down the bottom here. And what it is, super exciting, just like Instagram, right, where you have the stories up top, these icons are all pages that you follow, and the little blue dot indicates that there's a new video either live or they've uploaded a video. And then you got your whole feed. What Facebook is doing, my friends, is they are building a brand new news feed dedicated just for video. Profile, those are page profiles, I say. From what I could tell, those are all pages. And the blue dot, like I say, means new video, new live. Well, the reason this is happening, several reasons actually. Facebook is predicted in 5 years' time will be almost all video and almost all mobile. And what else was I going to say about that? Oh, the ad inventory. It has been revealed that Facebook's, quote, ad inventory, right, meaning the amount of space that is available for Facebook to show the ads that obviously marketers and advertisers are buying. There's big demand, and there's not enough space to go around. By next summer of 2017, Facebook will be pretty much maxed out with their ad space, ad inventory in the main newsfeed. So then they're going to have this new video newsfeed. So that's great. That's great news for us, for business people and marketers. And right now, I would highly recommend, again, the whole theme of my Content 2017 Master Plan for Facebook is you got to focus on video. Let's look at this amazing example. Remember I said this, the name edutainment. This, by far, hands down, is my favorite example I have ever seen on Facebook. Bar none. Not ever seen an example better than this one. This showed up in my newsfeed by my friend Julie here, Julie Selby, and you can see that actually it showed up in my newsfeed saying that she'd replied to a comment, and I hadn't seen it before that. It was an ad, but I'm seeing it not as an ad because Julie shared it organically. And sure enough, she says, this is one of the best commercials I've ever seen. I'm not even a mom. I don't need photo books, but she goes on to say she watched the whole ad. 3 minutes and 47 seconds. I did the exact same thing myself. It's highly entertaining. It's hilarious. It has lower thirds captions, and even their narrative. Stop wasting hours making photo books. This one takes 1 minute. Click here to install. So they've actually got the link, and they even go a YouTube version if you wanted to. Now then, these screenshots were taken, I believe Julie shared that with me back in October 22nd it was. And since then, yesterday, 6.3 million views, 99,000 shares. These are the current stats. 26 million views, 226,000 shares. Outstanding. Remember I said educate and entertain. This is like the perfect poster child example. Chat books, have them open right here. And I'm sure this absolutely launched their business, a husband and wife team, a startup company, and they make these fun print books of all your images. And they have this video pinned to the top. If you get a chance, go watch it. It's so well done. She is just so funny. You know, you can put the volume on or not. You see, because she's got, this is a perfect video. Brilliant. You could, now, I know obviously they put some work into this. It took a little bit of investment. I don't know if she's an actress, but they really did a great job. And something like this, where you're making people laugh, it reminds me of the Dollar Shave Club, right? Did everybody see the Dollar Shave Club video? And that really put him on the map, and something like that. So maybe you could think, like, what is my 2017 signature, one signature viral, crazy good piece of content? Now, you may or may not, hit it out of the park, but keep that in mind. Like, what is your one thing? There's a great book called One Thing. What's your one thing? Maybe it's a great, highly entertaining, brilliant piece of content. And they got a call to action, CTA. Moving along, Mark said, a couple of years ago he said this, our goal is to reach a point where ads are as relevant and timely as the content your friends share with you. Well, what better example than that Chatbooks one? Like I say, I saw it as an organic share, even though it was actually an ad, which is brilliant. Here's an example from my own page. I encourage you, as I keep saying, being in education, you're in the business of providing valuable content as a specialist, someone who's really an expert in a niche, ideally a narrow niche, not necessarily a generalist where you're doing everything for everyone. People want to know what is your deep expertise. and how are you adding value? How are you educating your audiences? So I'm going to show you a little video that I made that was back in the summer of this year when Facebook first announced that they were going to start giving more priority to content from your friends and not pages. And so that created a big backlash. People were frustrated. They're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to see reach go down even more and click-throughs. So I thought, how can I create a piece of video content filled with tips that will help page owners? Now then, this only has music. There's no talking in it. It might be muffled in the background, but I'm going to go ahead and play the video for you. Yay! So there you have it. Now that video was created using Animoto, by the way. Love those guys. Really, really great tool, easy to use. And actually they have a 20% off coupon right now they gave to my peeps. And you can just go to animoto.com after this webinar and enter the code MariCheer. All one word, MariCheer. Cheer for the holiday cheer. Let's break down what worked. Compelling content. It was relevant. It was timely. It was highly shareable. And then I'm going to explain to you what my Mari method is, because you can see, those of you familiar with these orange lines, yellow and orange, that about 2/3 was organic and 1/3 paid. And I have this magical method that helps you to accelerate your organic reach. When you put a little bit of budget and then you kind of ease off a bit, you let it ride, so to speak, right? And then you get more reach, the organic goes up, and then you hold off, and then you put a little bit more budget, and off it goes. Now, this was, I'd say, back in July, so this screenshot was taken probably about a week afterwards, and then I just checked this again last night. I want to show you. Look at this. The paid has stayed the same, 69,000 paid, but look at the organic. From August to November, I've increased organic by 100,000. Just by using that methodology of letting it get some reach, then you pay a little bit more, and then you let it get some more organic, then you give it a bit more. And say more, it might only be $10, it might be $100, it might be a couple of hundred. But in other words, let's say you have a budget set aside to amplify the reach of your video content in particular, but don't give Facebook your whole budget all at once. Split it up over time and split up your audiences. That's what I mean by this methodology. Highly shareable content. You minimize your ask. In other words, the chat books, you know, they did put a link, obviously, but the content was so fun and shareable, people didn't mind that there was a sign up for the app. Now, just like my friend Julie, I don't have children either, but I was ready to sign up. It was so compelling. Get some organic reach. I don't recommend boosting right away or amplifying, paying to get more reach immediately. I like to get maybe 1 to 24 hours, get some organic reach. And you have that peer social proof, I call it, social proof, where you can, some people have liked, reacted, shared, commented, and then you're going to amplify the reach. Some strategic promotion, boost some content, use the boost button, or ideally go into Ads Manager. And when you are promoting a video post on your wall, use the video views objective. When I say ride the wave, like, so you saw that got 100,000 more reach over the last few months. So then I intersperse with other content. When I'm doing a promotion, I would give away lots of great, free, valuable, highly shareable content, and then I would intersperse with some calls to action, some sign-ups, some free webinars, lead generation campaigns. Okay, that's what I mean by the Mari method. And another example, this one was one of my highest reaching posts in the last probably 6 months or so. And I can't really promote it because there's so much text on it. It's simply a marked up screenshot of a wonderful new feature that Facebook has with these page custom audiences, you can create a list of people who have visited your page, who've clicked on any of your posts, even people who've sent you a message, and you can target them with more content. So this one, 220,000 organic, all organic. I did not put any budget on this at all, as I say, because it's got a lot of text on it. I don't even know if Facebook would approve it, but almost 600 shares on that. So it is possible when you provide relevant, timely, helpful, educational, valuable content within your niche, right? I know a lot of folks are asking questions. I'm going to do my best to finish up here in a few moments, and we will take your questions. Now then, a few fabulous apps. I was just in Las Vegas a couple of weeks ago. I was teaching at a wonderful hair show. Kevin Murphy, anybody here uses Kevin Murphy products, absolutely love them. He's a hair guru out of Australia. And this is one of the Kevin Murphy hair salons, attendees. It was at the event, and I did a little research beforehand, and I find some of their content. So this is saying, Kevin Murphy room spray and candle set now in the shop. Now this is an image post. Remember what Susan was saying earlier about making sure you have a visual element. So that's great. They did a video post, but a photo post, a still image. Watch this, my friends. I took their image, I downloaded it, and literally in 1 minute I created a video post out of their image. Boom. Look at that. Flickering candle, little sparkles, and now that's a video post. It's a video post, and it can get video views, and you can create your custom video audience out of that. So exciting. That was created using an app called Lumiere, L-U-M-Y-E-R, Lumiere, one of my favorite apps. In fact, if you go to either my profile or my page, I just recently put this video up, which is my holiday video profile picture. I don't know if you know, but you can put videos, 7-second looping animated videos or any kind of video, any video you want on your page or profile. And you must do that mobile only through the native Facebook app. Again, look, I'm getting views, 1,100 video views on my profile video. All right, here's some tools. Now, in the interest of time, I'm just going to whiz these up on the screen, and you will get these slides, and you're going to get the replay, and you can take a quick screenshot if you want. I'm going to put them all up here, and then there's all their logos. These are my top apps that I love to use. Adobe Spark Video, shout out to Adobe Spark. They have a visual tool and video and web page. It's all free, and it's desktop and iOS only right now, and it's a fabulous app. And there's Canva. Susan mentioned Canva. I love Canva too, where you buy any image for $1. With Adobe Spark, they're actually connected to Pixabay, and you can search and get free images. So it's another great alternative. Animoto, great to do video montages, marketing videos using text. As I say, there's your little special gift from my friends at Animoto, March here. Lumiere's app, mobile app, Flippergram, Ripple, and Legend. Okay. Moving along, I got several more slides, and I better hustle along here. Video call to action button, another little ninja trick of mine. Remember back in the day when we did organic videos on your wall, you got to be able to go in and add a call to action button, and then Facebook took it off. They only let us do it if we're doing an ad. Well, watch this. Go into your Pages Manager mobile app. Everybody here who is a page admin, you should be using the Pages Manager mobile app. Now, you load up your video, and then you go in and you press the boost button on your mobile app, the Pages Manager app, and you will add in your call to action button. There's a whole choice. There's a whole bunch of them, 6 or more. Add your URL. Then you let Facebook approve it. Now, if you want to, you can just put $10, you put $100, $200, whatever you want, but you could pause it. Pause the boost, but it's already got the URL and the sign up button. Don't tell Facebook my little ninja trick. Oh, I thought I had a screenshot for you on how to do that. I think maybe it's in another slide. Facebook Live, I want to talk briefly about some Facebook Live tools, because this is a wonderful way to create videos. It's going to be a huge part of 2017. Shout out to my friends at Blue Jeans. They have a very affordable plan that just came out. It's a video conferencing platform with up to 25 people on camera, 9 displayed at any one time, up to 9, and desktop sharing, and it's very, very reasonable. There's also a shout out to BeLive.tv. I know several of my friends are using that. Also, I love Wirecast, great way to be adding lower thirds and do a little bit more higher end whole production, like having your own TV show. And a shout out to my friends at Iographer. Their gear, that's a gear. I got a little picture right here. That's an Iographer setup where you have a little frame for your phone and a tripod and a microphone and maybe a little light clamped on, and that's all you need. That's all you need. It's amazing. And there's just a screenshot of my friends at Blue Jeans. That's what it looks like when you're broadcasting through Facebook Live with multi-person. It's really cool. Now then, video ads, my friends, 81% of users are muting the video ads. We must design them with sound off, so captions or lower thirds. As Mary Meeker, she does every year these internet trends, and she's saying, you know, many online ads are not effective. Online ad efficacy still has a long way to go. So if you do nothing else, at least add captions. Facebook recently rolled out for all videos, including live. If you go back in and you edit your Facebook Live, you can generate captions automatically if your video is under 5 minutes. It's also available in Facebook Ads Manager. It used to only be there. Now it's available for organic videos. If it's more than 5 minutes, you can certainly get a transcription service like rev.com or whatever service you want to use, and then you take that file, it's called an SRT file, and then you load it up. After you've already loaded your video up or after you've already done your live, you can go in and edit and add the captions file. Or one other ninja trick is you can just load the file up to YouTube, or you download it if it's a live. I know I'm getting a little techie on you. If I've lost you, don't worry about it. I can answer questions about this. But you can upload the video to YouTube and get your closed caption file, download it from YouTube, and upload it to Facebook. Another stat for you, video ads have an average click-through rate of 1.84%, the highest click-through rate of all digital ad formats, quote from Business Insider. Some components of great video ads, they focus on quality from the first frame, they're authentic, like that wonderful chat books example, high energy, entertaining if possible. I mean, it's best to be educational, valuable, highly shareable. If you can, evoke emotion, get people to react. Ideally, share, like I said, is the holy grail. Make it personable, relatable, useful, and definitely designed for sound off. So using a tool like Animoto or Spark Video, and putting the lower thirds as well as the captions. That's what we mean by design for sound off. All right. Oh, this was out of place. There's where you do. This should have been earlier, but this is a screenshot of the Pages Manager app where I have clicked this video post and I'm going to boost it, and here's where you tap that little guy there and ask for one of the buttons, and then you give it your URL and see the difference there side by side. That's just a portion of it right there, the visual, where it shows you the URL and the call to action button, and then you have that on your video. Okay, engagement, custom audiences, we're almost through, and we'll take your questions. Again, I just want to at least put this on the table, my friends, that this should be a part of your 2017 content plan, because remember, if you're getting between 1% and 6% organic reach, and yet videos get the highest organic reach and engagement, the best video ad click-through rates, the highest number of shares, then when you're creating more video content and you use what Facebook calls engagement custom audiences, you go into your ads manager, you click on audiences, custom audience, and there's your options there. When you think about it, people who have viewed, let's say, 25% of a 2-minute video, that means a full 30 seconds. Where else could you gather a captive audience of people who've looked at, maybe a TV commercial, 30 seconds? My good friend Ezra Firestone, shout out to Ezra. He's an amazing e-commerce expert, smart marketer. You can find out more about him at smartmarketer.com. He's a real ninja with this whole video ad, Facebook video ads and retargeting. So, coolio, here we go. We just got wonderful 10 minutes for Q&A, so this will be great. My summary slide for you all, my friends here. Your 2017 Facebook content plan, I wanted to make this as simple as possible. As you've heard from both Susan and I today, we really are emphasizing video. Visual, right? So at minimum, you want to be posting more image content, images, and links to long-form content. That's great. Driving people to your website, installing the Facebook pixel. Those are more advanced techniques, but definitely highly effective. But as I say, number one, create highly shareable video and photo content. Amplify the reach on some posts. You don't have to promote every post. Include call to action buttons and links. Think about that beautiful chat book ad. Really well done. Use Facebook Live. Remember that new Facebook dedicated video newsfeed on mobile. Test giveaways. Remember Susan said giveaways, one of the top keywords? Actually, I think I have this in my search. I did a search just for the word giveaway, right? Just put giveaway up there. And then I clicked on the video tab, and then I clicked on the live. So what we're looking at right here is the current live. They've already broadcast live, or they're live now with the word giveaway. 56,000 views, 100,000 views, 74,000 views, 11,000, 52,000 views. This is golden, my friends. I want you to do that search afterwards and start studying what some people are doing. These are all public videos. So what people are doing with a combination of live with giveaways. And then you can use that wonderful engagement custom audience. I recommend publishing about 5 times a week. That means, you know, you can skip a couple days if you want. Definitely Sundays, as Susan mentioned, outside business hours, and using those wonderful engagement custom audiences, targeting video views and page interactions, people who have engaged with your page content message you. And then a whole other concept we don't have time to go into right now, but there's another audience called lookalikes. With that, my friends, remember it's video, it's evoking emotion. I'm going to hand over to Steve. We can take your questions now. You guys are awesome. Thanks for tuning in.
That's great, Mary. Thanks. As always, it is like drinking from a fire hose. I make far too many notes, and we've had loads and loads of questions. So, and firstly, I apologise, people, because we've got about 8 minutes left, so we're not going to get through all the questions, but we will pick them up afterwards. We might even write a post, as we did last time, to respond to them all. But I'll throw out some of the questions that came through to you, Maria and Susan. I mean, there's obviously a lot of discussion about video because of the impact of video. I'll start with some of the more basic questions. People were asking, you know, what's the best format to use for Facebook? I've uploaded some video. It doesn't look great. What sort of format should I be using?
Oh, format for video was the question,
Yeah,
Steve?
format for video. Yeah, format for video.
You know,
and are there tricks to uploading high-def video as well? That was another question.
Yeah, oh gosh, okay, there's settings. There's actually settings. If you go in under your settings, there's a place in here where you can actually say to Facebook, I always want to load in HD. Also on your phone, you can do that. But then also what I want to encourage people to do is go to help and just go, you know, how do I upload HD videos or something like that. And that'll get you, here you go, how do I upload or HD or optimize videos, oops, spell it right. And Facebook has so much great content. Look at that. It's not giving us how do I upload optimized videos. You know what I mean? In here, you'll get some great. I can get the exact stats for that one because I know there's parameters like the file format, MP4, MOV, the dimensions, those kinds of things. I can look for that right quick while you
yeah, because another question. I mean, other people were asking about, you know, you've recommended image sizes and things like that you should use for Facebook. So remember those sorts of questions as well.
Mm-hmm.
But also about video, people, you mentioned, I think you said posting 5 times a week. People
Mm-hmm.
saying, what about video? Should I post a video every day? Is there a different scheduling or a different sort of posting schedule if I'm using videos?
Honestly, if you can do 1 video a day, that's golden. If people look at my Facebook page feed, you'll see, okay, and they got this silly new layout. I'm not too keen on this new layout. There's a little thing over here when you're an admin, it says manage tabs. I actually have mine in view as page visitor because I don't want people to see my stats and stuff. But this is when you're a page admin, you'll see manage tabs and you can reorganize your sections. But about video frequency, I mean, yeah, I'm doing probably like 4 out of 5 of my posts are videos. Yeah.
Right, yeah, because people were asking about the mix as well, a mix of content, entertainment, news, video, and I suppose it's really you got to test and see what works for you. But there were a lot of questions about video content, so that's good if and so 80% of your posts are more or less video. Other question came through, a lot of questions about boosting and ads, etc. So people saying, should I use the boost button or go via the ads manager if I want to boost a post?
Brilliant question. I'm so glad this came up. Whenever you use the boost button, I really recommend it works best if you already have some saved audiences. So go into your ads manager and then you go and you're going to go ahead and check. See, I have all these 110 saved audiences here. So whether it's lookalikes or website traffic. So now you can video engagement. You see, you can get so much more mileage if you actually use the boost button in conjunction with a saved audience.
Yeah, because somebody was talking about custom audiences and saying they found they'd had low reach. And does it take time to build an audience? The audience that works for you?
Yeah, not necessarily, but it depends on what they mean by building an audience. You know, I mean, in here, create audience, custom audience. You can upload your email list. This is my new favorite tool, engagement on Facebook, because there's your video views, and then here's your page. I really recommend that everybody here go and experiment with this tool right here. You can make an audience of anyone who visited your page. And I love this one, people who saved your page or any post, because not everybody likes your page. They might just be kind of stealth and watching your page, but you know, and they've saved it or saved your posts, and then you can reach them, and then you can create lookalikes based on these audiences. Mm-hmm.
And somebody else asking if Susan, go.
Yeah, I put a link to the Facebook pages and sizes and dimensions in the chat box. So if you're looking for that, yeah, you can grab the dimensions there.
Great, thanks, Susan. Someone's asked about boosting, saying, I've boosted a post, I want to boost it again, but I only just see results. Can I boost a post a second time?
Yes, okay, another fantastic question, my friends. Because what's happening is you're going in and you're using the boost button. If you go create ad, right, you go to ads manager and you go create ad, this is your new best friend, okay? Your new best friend is you use the objective, boost your post. That's what I always do for, you give it a name here, and you continue, and then you're going to grab an existing post, and this is where you can also choose Instagram. And the thing is, interesting enough, they'll see this is a video. I do recommend when you're doing an objective of video, if you're promoting a video post, use get video views. Your ad dollars will go, they'll just be optimized better. But yeah, to answer that question, use the ads manager, and you can definitely reboost a post, and you can choose different audiences and placements and so on and so forth.
And other people are asking where to share videos. I mean, do you share your videos just on your personal profile? Do you also share on Facebook groups? And should people do that?
I do. Yeah, for this webinar here today, because I pinned it to the top, and people can see that right here. I made this simple little video to promote this webinar here. We got 15,000 views, and I just use the share button, and I'm going to go share. I'll share this inside of all kinds of groups that I manage, and you know, a bunch of different groups, and say, hey, come and join us, or I'll share onto my profile. I wouldn't do it immediately, because I don't want to clog up the newsfeed too much of people who are my friends and my fans and members of my groups. Interestingly enough, I took the same video and then I put it onto Twitter. So I like to go over there and do that.
Great, and we're conscious of time because we're coming up to the top of the hour, but people say, well, you're an insider, you know what's happening, so what can we expect to see on Facebook next year? So what will be the differences next year? Okay,
video, we've talked about the whole time here today. So video is unquestionable, and especially that new dedicated feed that I talk about right here. Number two, I want everybody to think about is Messenger, especially Messenger for business. Facebook is really going all in on Messenger. I'd recommend that you follow the Messenger page. Oh, Mark Zuckerberg is broadcasting a live video. Hey, how cool is that? Follow the Messenger page, and I recommend you even actually put it on see first. You hover over the following button, you put on see first. Another good one to follow is Marcus. David Marcus. I've just spaced his name for temporarily. David Marcus heads up Messenger. He is the lead head of Messenger right here. So you might want to follow him and put him on See First, because Facebook is really, really going all in on Messenger with bots, with customer service, with live video support. I honestly think this is what really excites me. Is that's the name of my book, The New Relationship Marketing. It's all about how you can provide extraordinary customer service using a combination of both Facebook and Messenger. And honestly, when you do that, that is where you can actually compete with even the big guys. You can compete on service. All right, so I think actually if people go to messenger.com/business, then they can get more information. Yeah, messenger.com/business, they can find out all kinds of information over here.
Brilliant. That's great. I'm conscious we've just gone past the top of the hour, but I just wanted to say a huge thank you, Maury, for just so much information again, as always. And thank you, Susan, for sharing all of that data and doing research about what was working in 2016. I apologize we haven't got to all the questions, but we will make sure we get back to them all. We have recorded all the questions, and we will get back to them, even if it's writing up a document where we answer everybody's questions. So we will get back to you. But just to say thank you also to you, the audience. It's great to have you with us today. And wherever you are, I hope you enjoyed the rest of your day. And thank you very much, everyone.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Maury.
Thanks, Susan. Yay!
Thanks, Maury. It's great, everyone. Bye.
Bye.